Benin's not the first place you'd expect a coup. The economy's growing, the president's pro-business, things look calm, well, at least on the surface. So why did soldiers storm the state TV station and claim that they'd taken over the country? Like, what's really going on in Africa with all these coups? Benin's GDP is up around 7% this year. New ports, roads, cross-border trade routes. The World Bank says they're one of Africa's fastest risers. And they're getting investment from France, the EU and the US, right? In a region full of change, Benin chose consistency. No major break from old partners, foreign donors still fund key projects, military partnerships remain, but there's no confirmed Western troop presence. But if you look around the region, Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, all building new paths on their own terms. Some civilian, some military, but all pushing back on the old order. Benin's still playing the traditional game. And yeah, that makes them different. Not better, not worse, but I guess in this climate, different can be dangerous. And let's not act like things are perfect inside the house either, right? We've got to be realistic. Talon's been accused of shrinking civic space. Opposition jailed, media squeezed, whispers of third term, even though he said no. Add the potential for rising food costs, youth frustration, and it's not exactly hard to see how the pressure can be built. So was this a coup attempt? Some say it was real, a sign that the shift is spreading, and others say it was staged to crack down on dissent or tighten power. And then there's the psychops theory, whispers of foreign funded protest groups, claims of external money stirring internal chaos. But here's what we know, right? It wasn't France that stepped in, it was Nigeria that deployed their forces air and ground to help keep the government in power. Benin's independent, but when outside troops show up, sovereignty gets complicated. Honestly, now this kind of thing vex Uncle Trump, Abby. And of course, people online are questioning how Nigeria can fight militants for others, but not at home. Others calling them a colonial guard dog. The whole thing feels like it's spiraling. Burkina Faso and the Sahel, they started something, and it was started with purpose, like a real push to change the system. But now, it feels like others are maybe copying the method without the mission, like the blueprint's gone public and anyone can hijack it. And that is what scares me. You don't know who's real anymore, what's grassroots, who is convincing you online that you should rebel, who's being paid to tweet what. And that question stuck in my head. Like, are these coups really organic, or are they part of something deeper, engineered chaos, dressed up as revolution? Listen, I'm not here to talk down on or justify coups. I'm just here to question what's really being copied and who's cashing in on the chaos. Because if you look at the strategy angle, right, Africa is redrawing its alliances. The West, the East, the self-determined, and anyone not picking a side or picking the old one may